Who ever thought that Drake's child would have took over the internet for a whole 24 hours? Let's talk about it. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another Kingeries video, girl. I know you're sitting on some tea. Girl, we got a couple of things. I said, okay, we actually got some stories this week. This is the last Kingeries video for the month of March. And I know a lot of y'all like, girl, I am ready for the month of March to be completely over with. Girl, I know, but we in it for the long haul. We're gonna be good. We're gonna talk. We're gonna kiki. We're gonna laugh. And we're gonna keep all the other stuff in another video. I've already talked about all of that in another video. So this was gonna be something light, something funny.
Something fun. Something for the summertime, something for the girls to, you know, get ready and party.
Something fun, something cute for the girls to bump through the Miss Quarantine and all that. But for those who are at home, I appreciate y'all for enjoying and engaging in my content. Y'all have been very, very nice to me the last couple of videos, live streams I've been doing. It's been very uplifting. And to somebody who sent me a cash out request for $5 for tissue, girl, I accepted it. I'm like, girl, like what was that? But I do what I can. Girl, don't be sending me no cash out requests like that, because that stuff to me gives me scam vibes. So I just said, girl, it's $5. I go and get ahead and give it to them, and they reply with an emoji and stuff. But it's been a cute week. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a real cute, what's that called? The mental social check-ins. Girl, I don't think you want to know, but I think I'm doing fine for the most part. I'm just maintaining my bills and making sure that everything is good. I'm wondering what's going on with my apartments, because they have not allowed us to pay our rent. Normally I pay my rent around the 20th or the 22nd or something, but I don't see where I can pay it online, and I'm actually not going to the leasing office. I never go to the leasing office to pay rent anyway. But I've not been able to see it, so I don't know what's going on. I know a lot of folks have been talking about what their apartments have been doing and sending these nasty letters telling folks to pay now. I'm like, if folks ain't got no money, what y'all want folks to do? Like, if folks, like normally folks pay their rent with the last check they received a month, like the last check of the month or something. Like they add a little bit something to it or whatever, and they pay it on the 5th. But girl, you got these apartments that are acting like, you know, we got bills to pay too, and y'all been making money this long, and y'all can't go a couple of weeks without paying y'all bills. Like, girl, come on now, these apartments are trash. But yes, let's go ahead. We done with Miss Mental Check-In. That's all I got to say about that. I have been loving my black folks this week. These song battles the last couple of days have been so funny and so good. And I am, you know, one of the folks, like sometimes I do need a little escape or something to just make me feel some type of way. But these song battles have been hilarious. You had Sean Garrett versus The Dream. You had Johntá, if I'm saying their name correctly, versus Neyo. And I think out of the two, I think I like Neyo versus Johntá. I think if I'm saying their name correctly. But I like their battle. The Dream versus Sean Garrett was funny. Had a lot of memes, a lot of funny reactions and stuff. Sean Garrett, like he was on another level. He like he had did a line of Corona. But Sean Garrett was hilarious. The Dream had plenty of bops, plenty of songs, and I'm just amazed. Wow, a lot of these men have written a lot of songs for these women. These like you had Johntá has wrote or produced or whatever, not necessarily written or whatever, I'm not sure, but they had something to do with a lot of big powerhouses. And I wonder if misogyny was not here, and if there was a lot of women being supported to write and other stuff, would we also have, like, I want to see that. I want to see, like, I want to see more women like writers and producers and stuff. Like it just seems like you can just tell by this. I know a lot of folks get engaged in it and liked it, enjoyed it, but my little eyes open. I'm just like, a lot of these men, you can tell that the R&B, like the music industry, is predominantly ran by men. And just let you know, like, girl, what type of world we live in, honey. Honk the horn on them, Greg. But hits after hits after hits. The Dream is extremely talented. I grew up listening to him. Neyo, girl, you definitely lost that to Johntá when he played. with Mariah Carey. Oh, I was like, okay, baby, that was it. He toasted. He said, hey, something for the girls, something for quarantine. That was it. So Johntá was on it. It was really funny. Sean Gary had me screaming. Girl, it was just a lot. And they doing it on Instagram Live. These are the kind of Instagram Lives that I like. The Instagram Lives that I do not like, well, check out that. I'm gonna give you $1,000. Is the ones that Boosie is doing. Girl, what is wrong with y'all? Like, stop that. Like, stop it. Please stop it. Like, I can't. Boosie's whole Instagram account needs to be suspended. You also have, I saw somebody else, somebody was doing a line off of a hoe, and I was just like, girl, what? It's just, it was too much. It is too much. But y'all have been cutting up on the Instagram Lives. I would tell y'all for the folks who are not entertaining, please stay y'all ass on Instagram Live. There's so many folks going on Instagram Live and Facebook Live. I'm saying when I put up on Instagram, girl, it be like 6 things. Such and such is answering questions. Such and such is doing this. I really don't want to see it. I wish that Instagram would set it up where we can just turn off when folks. I don't want the notification when I'm on Instagram. I do not want it in my ham. I don't want green eggs and ham. I do not want to be on Instagram and repeatedly getting notifications such and such in one line. It's just like, oh my God, I can't do it. You're stressing me out. See, I'm starting scratching my head. It's too much. I don't like it. I don't want to see it. Get it off the TV. But the girls have been going live and doing what they got to do. And we just hate to see it. But moving on, girl, I want to go ahead and slightly tug on Jason Lee as much as I can, because girl, my arm's gonna be tired. Jason Lee recently was on the Queen's Supreme Court with T.S. Madison, my fave, and Jason Lee was on there, of course, being problematic, but this time he was being fatphobic to Lizzo and Tyra Banks. I think he was saying that Tyra Banks had gained weight and that she was starting to look like Lizzo.
I heard a couple weeks ago, she's starting to look like Lizzo.
Tyra Banks fine as hell. What did you talking about? Lizzo fine as hell.
Fine?
Fine, yeah.
I thought you said fat. I mean, no,
I mean, don't do that. So how? No, Jason, don't you do that? Because both of us is fat now. We fat. Me, you fat. I'm fat. Lizzo fat. So we fine.
I'm thick and juicy.
Well, that's what we did then. We thick and juicy. We thick and juicy, nigga. We ain't finna do. We're not finna do big girls like that. Not over here on the Queen's Supreme Court.
And I'm looking at this fat man with this toupee on his head being fat phobic to another fat person. I'm like, girl, what is this? What you doing? But Jason Lee has had a repeated history of being problematic. He even called Tasha K's child a gremlin, which gave me very anti-black colorist feels. That I just like anytime a light-skinned person or a non-black person calls, or even a dark-skinned person calls somebody like a gremlin, I automatically think that's a colorist run. Like I don't, because you do not hear folks call light-skinned babies and folks no gremlin. Like that is very anti-black, and he has a history, as you all know. I talked about colorism on Basketball Wives a couple of months ago when he was going in on OG and just saying that she's ugly. It ain't had nothing to do with her being dark skinned and stuff. Like he was being trash. He was being complete utter garbage, defending Evelyn Lozada and everything. And you know, like Jason Lee is just a very toxic cyst bubble. And I just, like, it's just something about his energy, something about his aura. I hope people don't ever look at me like that. But to see him be fat phobic like that, and I'm glad T.S. Madison jumped in and said, hey, you can tell that she was irritated already. She was just like, why would you do that? Like, Tyra, like, you fat nigga, like, don't be doing that. She said, we fat too, so like, don't be out here doing that. And he's like, I'm not fat, I'm thick. Thick and fat are the same thing. Me and Deshaun already talked about that in the video. Deshaun has written a sickening piece on it. It's on kingarees.com about the thing between thick and fat. It is the same thing. Thick is just a little bit more tolerable to some folks, but fat. And I hate when people tell me that I ain't fat, girl, or you ain't that fat. What, is there a limit to fatness? Absolutely not. We got to let go of fat phobia. It is anti-black, and I don't care what you said. If you ain't did the readings on it, don't argue with me. Go read some books while you got this free time. I had to drag somebody on Twitter today who thought fat black folks don't be getting killed in the streets. They're getting killed at the doctor's office, at the hospital. Do you think if a fat black person tests positive for corona and their stuff is failing and stuff, do you think they're gonna keep them on life support? They're gonna pull the plug. They're gonna pull the plug. And Deshaun actually wrote a piece about Eric Garner being killed because he was fat and also black. So I'm gonna put that in. Y'all check that out. Deshaun does a lot of research and a lot of teachings on fat phobia and fat politic, and I always listen to everything they say. I love them so much with my heart, and I've learned a lot from them. So I was seeing this conversation about it on Twitter. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, y'all making it seem as though fat folks being, saying trash stuff about skinny folks and thin folks does not have the same power as a thin person saying something about a fat person. Thin folks and gym body folks are not losing jobs for their bodies. Fat folks are losing jobs because of their bodies. Every day. One of my friends actually sent me a long paragraph of them dealing with fat phobia at the pharmacy, and I couldn't even read all of it. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna get to you, boo, but it just hurt my heart. Like, it was just so much, and I can only take so much. Like, they had experienced fat phobia at the pharmacy. Like, they're saying that they have asthma, and the doctor said, well, probably because you out of breath from walking around and stuff. It's just like, what are you talking about? And that's how fat phobia works. It's just not in the bedroom. And we can still talk about that too, but it's also in society, and people need to understand that. Like, people are getting turned away from resources because they are fat. Like, come on now, y'all we got to do our readings. We can't be out here just because we done fucked a couple of fat folks and thinking we understand fat phobia. That's not how it works. And when a fat person is telling you what is going on, you should listen to understand, not listen to respond. I don't know why y'all think just because you fetishize fat bodies that you understand fat phobia. You don't. You don't. A white person fetishizing black and dark skin does not mean they understand racism and colorism. Let this black, dark-skinned person speak, and you listen. You don't need to be the mouthpiece for them, and you don't need to be telling folks about I can't get that. So just seeing how I know T.S. Madison was over talking to Jason Lee, and Jason Lee is just out here just saying just anything, like just saying any old thing. Like, he ain't sitting here fat as hell. I don't care how many times you tug on your shirt and how many times you paint your wig. You still fat, Jason, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, girl, I think you look like August Greeley in the face, but girl, it's fat. Like, you a fine August Greeley. I mean, girl, you got the coin to pay folks who don't like fat folks, who are some fat folks, and you also not a bad looking guy. I actually talked to some guy who had the biggest crush on you. So, I'm not gonna say that Jason Lee is ugly because he's fat. He's ugly because he has an ugly spirit. His spirit is very negative. That's why I call him August Greeley, because he just seemed like he just can't be good for nothing. Just like, I want to put as much soot and fog and whatever destructive air in the air, as much like destructive energy. Like, that's just what he is. That's why I call you August Greeley. Okay? Y'all about the same color. Both of y'all pale as hell, and y'all both evil. That's why I call you August Greeley, girl. So, there you have it, Jason Lee. Like, you have been able to do a lot, like, with your platform. And just to see you engage in fat phobia and not understand it is just very troublesome, because it's just, like, nobody has yet held him accountable. And I think that's because he has so much access that these people want, and they're willing to excuse his behavior. But I would never, I'm gonna tell y'all, I done told y'all before, let me tell you something, you future folks who probably would like to work with me. I love partnering with other creators, other bloggers and stuff, but if you out here being transphobic, you out here being fatphobic, you out here being anti-black, and we having a conversation about it, and I tell you about it, you don't need to expect me to be on your platform. That's just how it is. I'm not going to be sitting next to you talking and you saying all this crazy. No, man, because, baby, the girls be giving me emails. And when folks be saying trash, they say, girl, you was on such and such stuff and they said this. Please don't do it again. I love my audience. I love my followers. I love my subscribers. I love my supporters. What you won't do is out here hurt my credibility. Okay? Because folks take what I say very, very serious, and they know I don't play that. So you can't be out here being trash after I just had a conversation with you. It's just not gonna work like that. So I'm very disappointed, but not surprised that Jason Lee, he is colorist and he is trash and he does not respect black women. I'm really disappointed for him to even be on the Queen's Supreme Court. I think Madison should have never asked him to be on there, but you know, she said she's equal opportunity, everybody's on there. I'm mad that he is sitting here talking about Lizzo and saying these fat phobic things about her like she is ugly, when Lizzo is out here living her best life, out here feeding healthcare workers on her dime, while he over here struggling eating a damn Tic Tac for his hot ass breath. Girl, I don't have time. Please go on about your business. Moving on. Let's talk about B.Simone. She out here, you know, in a relationship with Da Baby. She posted a picture on Instagram, and I literally thought that was B.Simone from the woman who be sucking on the crab legs. I thought that's who it was, but apparently it was not that B.Simone or whatever. What's her name? The girl who be sucking on crab legs and eating dinosaur tails and stuff. I can't think of her name, but that's who I thought it was. I said, oh, this is interesting, but she might be married. She might be married. She got to be with them lips. She gon' but love both of them. They said that her book that she had sold out, and somebody said that's Brandon. Yeah, I guess it is. But if he one of them self-help books or whatever, I'm just like, girl, please. I don't know what type of book it is. I ain't look it up. But yeah, her and Da Baby in a relationship. Maybe she posted a picture. Maybe she, you know, put some blood in his spaghetti or something and got him. Okay, you know what? Love me, but baby, don't. Just make sure you don't get punched in the eye for taking no pictures on him again, boo. Not saying that she was a woman, but she took some of her picture was taken. She posted on her Instagram. Cute for her. Cute for Da Baby as well. Maybe she can help him get his life together like so often like black women do. Moving on. I have seen y'all requests of telling me to watch Tiger King on Netflix. I am on the first episode. You best to believe that I'm going to review it. Tiger King has been, girl, the first 20-30 minutes of it, I was just like, girl, this is too much. But it's hard for me to turn it off. Turn it off. I'm not like, turn it up. But it's good. I want to watch it. I will be doing a review on it, talking about it. Also, I will be, you know, taking my notes to watch Self-Made and do a video on that, because Self-Made was terrible, girl. I've already told you I did a live stream. But I'm going to talk about Self-Made too. I think those are two videos that I want to do that's reviewing movies. I might also review Invisible Man, because I enjoyed that movie. Y'all not seen it, rent it. Also, I watched Code 8 this morning and last night. Code 8. It's on Apple TV. Apple TV, y'all need to pay me, because baby, I enjoyed Code 8. There were a lot of stuff that I would have changed from a black perspective, because I don't know what it is about y'all showing white folks dealing with police brutality. Like y'all literally take struggles of black and brown folks, put white folks on it, and make shit ton of money off of it. I just really don't get it. I don't really get it. But the movie was good. I will probably review it, because it's just, you know, something for the summertime, something for the quarantine, something to do. Yeah, so make sure y'all checking it out. Moving on and end this conversation on Drake's child, God's plan. So Drake posted a picture of his child and the mother of his child or whatever. The pictures got leaked or whatever, Champagne Poppy. We now see what his child looks like, and there has been a big discussion on whether his child is black. A lot of folks are using what people consider eugenics, like he's not black, like he don't look black. People are using the one drop rule and all of that. Did I even use eugenics right? I don't know if I did in that case, but I ain't the one to I don't have the range to talk about that, girl. And I'm really on the fence about it. One, I don't like to talk about folks' kids. I just really don't. But folks really don't care for Drake. They really don't care for him. So folks like, girl, whatever. It is what it is. So folks said his son ain't black and his son is ugly. I was like, wow, that's a little harsh. That's a little harsh. So, but baby, the baby do look spicy white. The baby do look spicy white. But you know, there are some black folks who are 100% black or whatever, who probably is the same skin tone as Drake's child, Adonis. So girl, it is what it is. I want to know how y'all feel about it now. I want y'all to go off in the comments and be messy boots. Tell me how y'all feel about it. But folks saying Drake is like half black and he mixed. So if he had another child, if he had a child with a white woman, that baby's like 25%. Like folks are really out here cutting this baby's DNA like sideways. Girl, you would think they work for Jurassic Park, the way they splitting this child's DNA trying to figure out where he is. It is quite interesting, but that's what it is. Drake Posted pictures, celebrity figure, post dismantle what the child looks like. I think that's why a lot of celebrities ain't interested in posting their pictures of their kids, because folks be going in. But these, like, it was one black man that was out here caping for it, which I don't mind. But this was the same black man that was out here making fun of dark-skinned women and also talking about Blue Ivy. Like, that's just what these heterosexual cis-het men do. They out here protect their male phase, and then out here throwing black women to the wolves. I just really didn't get it. They ate him up. They ate him up, man. They found them tweets and tweeted him and said, girl, not you over here taking up for Drake's child, and he don't even know you, and you were out here dragging Blue Ivy. Like you, girl, what is wrong with you? These folks can't help it. It's disgusting. I don't know what is wrong with us and this mixed aesthetic and light skin aesthetic. It is disgusting to the point that I'm gonna have to do a video addressing cis over blackish. They got a new show on Netflix called Black Out or something. I'm like, girl, I'm so tired of him coming. His name Kenyon something. I'm so tired of him in these damn same ass light skin ass shows. I am disgusted. Get him the electric chair, period. But tell me how y'all feel about all the topics I talked about today. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all are washing your hands. Make sure y'all staying safe. If you are an essential employee, make sure when you come in the house that you immediately go into that sink and you washing your hands with soap and warm water. You taking your shoes, you putting them up somewhere. You taking your clothes and putting it somewhere. You need to come into a whole decompression situation when you come in the house. You don't need to be coming here throwing them clothes like you ain't gonna work, throw them in the dirty clothes. But girl, do not have your family out here exposed to that as best you can. I think it's very trash for these jobs to be out here denying y'all sick pay and all that. If you have to strike, honey. I don't blame you. Get your money. These folks didn't want to see y'all as no essential workers, or y'all was low skill jobs. Now y'all essential workers. Do what you got to do for that coin. And baby, these folks want to make some money. They'll offer y'all some stuff. Period. Point blank. I love y'all so much. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.